Yes, Tina, everything you said. Thank you. All right, thank you, everyone. I'm a little nervous because, I'm behind the scenes person. So I don't do this very often. All right, so I had to write down because I'm not that good at being like, story. Okay. So here we go. Who knew I'd become a trailblazer at 5? Okay, so at 5 years old, I wore dresses up until 5. I wore dresses. I love my dresses. They were skirts, and I had a purse to match with my pretty shoes, and I loved it. My ponytails, my ribbons in my hair, and girl, I was the shit. I was like, and I loved it. I loved the way I looked as a little girl. But, that changed real quick because, I was, where am I? Okay, my patent leather shoes, yes. My favorite dress was a pink dress with a cherry in the front. I have pictures with that dress. I love that picture because I'm just like smiling from ear to ear. I'm like, this is me. This is me. But you know what? At January 3rd, 1973, yes, I have the exact date. I crossed over the bridge, and I don't know if anyone knows, of Pixie to become a brownie. Now, Pixie is the first step of a Girl Scout. A brownie is the second step, so I was about 4 years old, moving on to brownie. Then comes Girl Scout, and then cadet, whatever. But I quit after that. So anyway, Pixie Bridge, I became a brownie, a proud day, but also a day that this little kid started a revolution. Without knowing, I was gonna make history. I love being a brownie, but didn't love the uniform. I refused to wear the skirt. My troop leader said if I didn't wear the skirt, I'd have to be kicked out. And I told my mom, bye. I don't care. I'm not gonna wear the skirt. But, Knott's Berry Farm called. So I was like, okay, I'll wear the skirt. So, I quietly went and I quietly agreed, but also I had a plan. Knott's Day came and I showed up with my brown pants and a sweater. And they had nothing to say because we were already there at Knott's. I couldn't go home. And that day I knew I changed things up. Not just for me, but for the other girls that did not want to wear a skirt, who felt the same as well. I stood up for myself and I rebelled. From then on, no more dresses. And we also made the paper that day. So you see me, the only child with pants, and everybody had a skirt. So that was my story of rebelling at 6 years old. And I already knew I didn't want to wear dresses or skirts anymore after that. So I moved on to high school, and I kept making these crazy little trailblazing moments that you don't think of until after, when you're older. You're like, I did that. So in high school, this punk goth kid trailblazed once more, because in the 80s, gay was so unheard of. Like, you cannot say gay, you cannot say queer, you cannot say lesbian, dyke, like that was unheard of. We had our fair share of harassment and bullies, but because our group, thank God, and we were so lucky to have each other, a big group of us. There's probably about 20 of us in that day in our high school. So we were lucky to have each other, which back then, queer was a bad name, bad word, and we had it rough day to day. Every day something came up. Always one of us in trouble or hurt or calling out for help. A couple of us had enough. And me and a couple other children, we went to our guidance counselor and we said, you know what? We need something now. We need change because we're getting hurt, we're getting arrested, we're getting beat up, we're getting harassed, and there's no place for us. Good thing, our counselor heard, because turns out he had a gay son who had committed suicide. So, yeah, we changed that up. So he let us have his office from day, whenever we were stressed, we come to his office and sit and relax. And so we had that safe space. And finally, he addressed it and made our own space. He helped us find a classroom and made it our own. Gay, queer kids only. We eventually called it Project 10. Fairfax High got wind of us, and Miss Yolanda Uribe, God rest her soul, has spearheaded this project, in which it still exists today in many high schools around our country. So I'm proud to say this punk goth kid has done good.
Yeah.